Hi, let us today try to look at the concept of capacitors. The very first concept that I am going to talk about is I have two thin, infinitely large planes separated by a small distance, and one plane is given with a charge q1, the other one is given a charge q2. Now, we have to find the charges on each of the faces of the two plates. Let me explain you on the board. I said I have two planes. Let me say this is one plane, very thin and infinitely larger. The second plane I have like this. These are two conducting planes. Now, let me say the left side of this plane, face is A, this is B, this face is C, this face is D, four faces. Now, this plane is given with a charge of plus q1 and this is given a charge of plus q2. Question is, we have to find what is the charge on the face A, what is the charge on face B, what is the charge on face C, what is the charge on face D. This is what we need to find. So, to calculate, this is a conducting plane. Now, we have already studied the concept that on a conductor, whenever we distribute charges, the charges will be distributed uniformly over the surface. In that case, I said this is a thin plane. So, thin plane, when I say, then this charge q1 will be divided equally on the two faces, on the right side of this face or face B and face A. In that case, if I redraw the diagram, I will find that, say this is one plane, this is another one. So, this plus q1, I am going to have plus q1 by 2 this side and plus q1 by 2 this side, and this q2 will be equally divided. Let me draw here figure. So, here it will be plus q2 by 2 and this side it will be plus q2 by 2. So, on distribution of these charges, now what happens is this q1 charge, q1 by 2, that is, let me say A, B, C and D. So, the face B that has plus q by 2, this will try to induce opposite charge on this face. So, this will be minus q1 by 2 charge will be induced on face C. If you see here plus q by 2, this will induce on the face B of this conductor as minus q2 by 2. Then this minus q1 by 2 is induced by this charge, as a result of which this side it will be induced with plus q1 by 2, and this minus q1 by 2 was induced by this charge, q2 by 2 was induced by this charge. So, on the other side it will be plus q2 by 2. So, therefore, now I want to find what is the total charge on the face A, what is the total charge on face B, face C and face D. So, on the left side face A, I see sum of these two charges. So, this will be q1 plus q2 by 2. This is the total charge. If I see on the face D, here the total charge is once again q1 plus q2 by 2. Then, if I see the face B, the charge is, see, q1 minus Q2 by 2. This is the charge on this face. And if I see on this one, the total charge, see here it is minus Q1, it is plus Q2. So I rewrite this one as minus Q1 minus Q2 by 2. So these are the charges. So thus I have calculated what are the charges. So therefore QA, for me A is face this one, so total charge is Q1 plus Q2 by 2. How about QB? If I look at QB, I see that it is Q1 minus Q2 by 2. If I see QC, this is equal to minus of Q1 minus Q2 by 2. And QD, when I look at QD is equal to Q1 plus Q2 by 2. Now, when I look at all the charges, so see please, when I say Q1 and Q2, so Q1 was the charge given to this plate, Q2 was the charge given to this plate, so Q1 plus Q2 is the total charge, sum of the charges Q1 and Q2. So therefore on the left face, that is on face A, it is half of the sum of the charges distributed over the two conductors. So this is A. When I look at the face D, so A and D are the outer faces. So in that case, again here also half of the sum of the two charges. If I see on the face B, I see that positive of half of the difference of the two charges. On this face C, I see negative of half of the difference of the two charges. So if we remember, conceptually the distribution of the charges, we would be able to solve problems. Let us see example. Example 1. I say that this is one conductor, this is another conductor. Let me suppose that I gave a charge of plus Q on this and plus Q on this conductor. What I mean, I say that the two conductors or two conducting plates, thin, large plates separated by a small distance, placed parallel to one another, is given equal and same type of charges to the conductors. So therefore, to me this is A, B, C and D. I want to find what is the total charge here on the left face. So what we said now, on the left face A, it will be the sum of the charges divided by 2. So here Q plus Q, 2Q divided by 2, that means the entire positive charge will be distributed here. So this side the charge will be distributed. If you look for B, what you said, B, it is the difference of the two. So difference of the two is 0. So there will be no charge here on the inside surface. So A, this is B. If you have another conductor placed here, so on the outside face D, you said sum of the two charges. So Q plus Q, 2Q divided by 2, that means this positive charge will be given here. So here you have plus Q charge. On the inside surface, difference of the two, here 0. So therefore the charge that you give on the two conductors, if equal amount of charge is given, or the charges will appear on the outside surface of the two conductors. However, you will see that on the inside face B and C, there will be no charge. Let us look at another example. Example 2. If two infinitely large thin conducting plates is given with a charge of plus Q and here minus Q charge, that means on this conductor I have given plus Q charge and on this conductor I have given minus q charge. Now, because of the two conductors, how the charge distribution will take place? In that case, if I see, this will be A, B, C and D. So on the left face, half of the sum of the two charges. Sum of the two charges are additive in nature. So when I find the sum, the charge on the left face, it is 0. Similarly, on the face D, sum of the two charges 0. On the inside surface, that is face B, it will be half of the difference of the two charges. So difference of the two charges, q minus of minus q, and its half, that is divided by 2. This will be qb for me, which comes out to be 2q by 2, which works out to be plus q. That means whatever the charge that you supplied to this plate, the entire charge is going to appear on the inside surface. So here it is plus q. About face C, when you look at, so QC, this is equal to negative of the difference of the two charges. So difference of the two charges will be this and half. So this works out to be minus q. So therefore, whatever the negative charge that you gave here, this entire negative charge will appear on this surface. So this is how the charge distribution is going to take place. Example 3, let's have a look. Instead of having two plates, let me suppose that I have three plates. Let me say this is one plate, this is second plate, and this is third plate. On this plate, I gave a charge of plus q. On this plate, I gave a charge of minus 2q. And no charge is given to this plate. Let me suppose I want to find, say this is A, this is B, this is C, D, E and F. I want to find what is the net charge on face F. This is my question. What is the net charge on the face QF? This. So how should I go? Let me put this way. Listen carefully, you will understand. Just I am enlarging the diagram this way. Now A, B, C, D, E, F. Now this Q will be divided equally on both sides. So I say here it is plus Q by 2, and this way it is plus q by 2. This minus 2q charge will be equally divided on both sides, so it will be minus q here and minus q this way. Now I know that this plus 2q charge will induce opposite charge on the face C. So here it will be minus q by 2. This minus q by 2 will induce plus q by 2 on this face, and this plus q by 2 will induce a minus q by 2 on this face, and this minus q by 2 will induce a plus q by 2 on this face. Similarly, when I look at here, this minus q charge will induce a plus q on this face, and this plus q in turn will induce a minus q on this face, and this minus q will induce a plus q on this face, and this plus q will induce a minus q on this face. Now, what was my question? My question was to calculate what is the total charge on the face F. So total charge on the face F, QF, will be equal to sum of the two charges. So this happens to be minus q plus q by 2. or QF is equal to minus Q by 2. So therefore, this is the charge that is going to appear on face F. Let us move on to another problem. The next problem is, I have a set of similar planes. Each plane has an area of A. The separation between two consecutive plates is D. Two consecutive plates is D. I will show in the diagram. The question is, I have to find the effective capacitance. The question goes this way. I said this is plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. Each plane has an area A. The distance between two consecutive plates is D. Two consecutive plates is D. Two consecutive plates is D. I have to find what is the effective capacitance between M and N. So therefore, find C effective capacitance between M and N. This is what my question is. To calculate the effective capacitance, what shall I do? How should I go? So the approach is, let me assume that positive terminal of the battery is connected here, negative terminal of the battery is connected here. Now, this positive terminal is going to give positive charges to this one and positive charges to this plate, plate 1 and plate 4. And this negative terminal, this will give negative charges to this plate and this plate. So let me distribute the charges. So plus charge will go here. Initially I assume that plus charge will be this side as well as this side, but I don't know whether I am right or wrong. I have distributed the charge. Similarly here M, from here I distribute the charge on this plate. I don't know whether the distribution is right or wrong. Finally, I will decide whether it is right or wrong. Similarly, here, see please, negative charges. So this negative charge will appear here and both sides, and here both sides. Now when I see, what do I understand? If I look at the distribution of the charges, so see please, this is negative charge and this is negative charge. So they are going to repel. That means this will repel this negative charge to go and distribute on the top side, and this negative charge will make these negative charges to come this way. That means here there will not be any negative charge, and similarly here there will not be any negative charge. Right? Now, when I look at this plate, what these negative charges will do? These negative charges will try to attract the positive charges. So therefore, those charges that I drew on top of the plate, those charges will try to come down. So therefore, here also there will not be any charges. Because of attractive force with these negative charges, these positive charges which actually I distributed on the outside surface will get underside surface. Similarly, when I argue here, these negative charges will exert an attractive force on the positive charges. So the positive charges that lie on the outside surface, that will move on the inside surface. So therefore, here there will not be any charge. So this is the way how charges get distributed. Now I have to find the effective capacitance. To find the effective capacitance, I must know how many capacitors are there. Now if I see please, these two plates together constitute one capacitor, and these two plates constitute the second capacitor. And if I see here these two plates, see they are similarly charged, and therefore remember I said here, if two equal charges were given, then all the charges were distributed on the outside surface. There was no charge on the inside surface, so there is no charge here. So this is not going to constitute any capacitor. So I have in this arrangement of plates only 2 capacitors. Now I have to find the effective capacitance. To find the effective capacitance, let me suppose that this plus is V volt and let me say this N is 0 volt. That means this is 0, this is 0 and this is V and this is V. So the plate that has potential V for capacitor 1 and capacitor 2. See, capacitor 1 positive plate and capacitor 2 positive plate are connected together. So let me draw here. Let me say this is V for me and this point is 0 volt for me, and I see for the first capacitor, see one terminal, one plate is connected to V. So therefore I draw one plate is connected to V. The second plate of the first capacitor is connected to 0. So therefore the second is connected to 0. Second capacitor when I see one plate is connected to positive, that means one plate is connected to V. One plate is connected to V and the second plate is connected to 0 and the second plate is connected to 0. So therefore this is the way how 2 capacitors are connected. Let me put this way, this is my first capacitor, this is my second capacitor. To find the effective capacitance, I said area is same, separation between them, between 2 consecutive plates is D, and if it's free space between the 2 plates, then for one capacitor the expression is C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D. Now the 2 capacitors are connected in parallel because positive is connected to positive, positive plate is connected to positive of the second capacitor, negative of the first capacitor is connected to the negative plate of the second capacitor. In that case, when it is connected in parallel, we have studied theoretically the expression for the effective resistance of parallel combination of resistors. Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. So this will have a capacitance of C, this will have a capacitance of C. So this gives you 2C, otherwise the effective capacitance that we were to calculate is 2 times C is epsilon 0 A divided by D. So this is the effective capacitance. Let's see, the next problem is, let me say, this is the way how 4 plates, say plate 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 plates are arranged. The conditions are same as the previous problem. The area of the plates are same. The separation between 2 consecutive plates is D. We have to calculate what is the effective capacitance. So calculate the effective capacitance. So first we need to find how many capacitors are there, and the number of capacitors can be judged by distributing the charges. So as in the previous case, I am going to say that here I have connected the positive one and here I have connected the negative terminal. I will see how the charges get distributed. So in that case, this positive charge goes over here and here the positive charges will distribute. So let me put this way, and here also, and here the positive charges will be distributed like this. Negative charge will come over here and the negative charges get distributed, and here also the negative charge gets distributed. Now logically I am going to check whether the distribution of the charges are in order or not. So first let me have this one. So I see that for this plate, the sister plate is this one, plate 2. On plate 2 there is negative charge, so this negative charge is going to attract this positive charge. So outside there will not be any positive charges. So these positive charges will come here. So this positive and this negative charges, due to attraction, this positive is going to remain below and this is going to remain at the top. Next, I said from here when I see the positive charge comes over here and here it is distributed. So positive charges on the top is going to attract this negative charges here. So this positive charge will attract negative charge. This positive charge on the top will also attract negative charge. So on this plate, both upside and downside, I am going to have negative charges, and this upside is going to have positive one. On the downside, if I look at positive charges, then I see that this positive charge is going to attract this negative charges. So on the outside surface of plate 4, there will not be any negative charge, the negative charges will remain here. So this is the way how charges are going to distribute. In that case, if I count the number of capacitors, I will find that this positive and negative, this is going to consider or constitute one capacitor, this negative and positive second capacitor, and this one third capacitor. This one third capacitor. To find the effective capacitors, now the number of capacitors are 3. Now I have to find how they are connected. To calculate or to find how they are connected. So let me say that here potential is V, here potential is 0. So if this is V, this will have potential V, and here this will have potential V, and here the potential is 0, here the potential is 0. So therefore, I am going to have V, say here V, and here it is 0. First capacitor, if I see one plate is connected to V, the second plate is connected to 0. Second capacitor, see one plate is connected to negative, the other one is connected to positive. So therefore one plate is connected to positive, other one is connected to negative. So this is the way how it is connected. Third one plate is connected to negative, the other one is connected to positive. So this way. But does it mean that the way I have connected is right? To check whether it is right or wrong, I am going to see. See plate, this is 1, this is 2. So the plate 2 is common to both first capacitor and second capacitor. That means the negative plate of first capacitor, the negative plate of second capacitor are connected together. So let me put this is first capacitor, this is second for me, this is third. So if I see negative of first capacitor is connected to the negative of second, negative of first capacitor is connected to the negative of second capacitor, and this is plate 2 for me. Similarly, if I see here second capacitor and third capacitor, see positive are connected together. So this is second capacitor, this is third capacitor, positive plates are connected together. Negative plate 4, that is third capacitor, negative plate is connected to negative of second capacitor and third capacitor. So negative plate of third capacitor is connected to negative of second capacitor, negative of third capacitor, and positive of first capacitor is connected to positive plate of second and third capacitor. So positive of first capacitor is connected to positive of second and third capacitor. So 3 capacitors are connected in parallel. As such, each capacitor will have a capacitance of C is equal to epsilon 0 A divided by D, because already we assumed that area of each plate is A, the separation between 2 consecutive plates is D, and free space is between the plates. So therefore this will be the capacitance of each capacitor. So I have 3 capacitors connected in parallel, and I know the formula that the effective capacitance of parallel combination will be, if C is the capacitance, then C plus C plus C, this is going to be 3C, otherwise 3 times epsilon 0 A divided by D. So this is going to be our effective capacitance. The next problem is, I have already drawn the figure. So here I have a set of 4 plates, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each plate has an area of A. The separation between 2 consecutive plates is D. The space in between any of the 2 plates in the combination is filled with is a free space. Now I have to calculate the effective capacitance between the terminals M and N. I have to calculate C effective. To calculate, now let me say this has a potential of capital V, this has a potential of 0, so that means this will have a potential of V, this will have a potential of 0, and I don't know what will be the potential of these two plates. So let me say here the potential is X, this plate has a potential of X, this has a potential of X. Now I have to calculate the effective capacitance. Now to calculate, what I am going to do is, let me put this point as V, this point as X, and this point as 0. So this is V for me, this is X for me, and this is 0 for me. In that case, I see that C capacitor between plate 1 and 2. Plate 1 is connected to X, plate 1 is connected to X, plate 2 is connected to V, plate 2 is connected to V. And here when I see V, second plate, V is, it is connected to V. So second plate is connected to V. And this is connected to 0. This is connected to 0. And the fourth plate is connected to X. So fourth plate is connected to X. Fourth plate is connected to X, and third plate is connected to 0. So therefore, this is our combination. I repeat once again. This is my first capacitor, this is my second capacitor, this is my third capacitor. I see first capacitor is this one. So first capacitor, I see the two plates are connected across V and X. So V and X, the two plates are connected. When I see the second capacitor is connected across V and 0. So between V and 0, the second capacitor is connected. And when I see the third capacitor is connected between 0 and X. So between 0 and X, the third capacitor is connected. As separation between the two plates, two consecutive plates is D, and area is A, and free space. So therefore, each capacitance or capacitor has a capacitance of C is equal to epsilon 0 A by D. And when I say C effective, so C effective, when I see, then 1 and 2 both are in series. So 1 and 2, that means these are series. So this series is in parallel with this one. So effective series of these two, let me put, instead of calculating this, so let me say capacitance or capacitor 1 and 2 are in 1 and 3 are in series. So therefore, the effective capacitance Cs, already you have studied theoretically how to calculate. This will be C plus C, and this works out to be C by 2. And this Cs, if I redraw the diagram, I am going to have this will be V for me, this will be 0, this is C by 2, this is C. Now they are in parallel. This time the effective capacitor or capacitance, this works out to be Cs plus C. Otherwise this we have C by 2 plus C. Otherwise C effective is 3C by 2. Otherwise C effective happens to be 3 by 2 epsilon 0 A divided by D. So this is the answer for. Let me give one problem as homework you try at home. Take the snapshot of this assignment. You have a set of 5 plates and the details I have given. You can calculate what is the effective capacitance and you can verify your answer with this. Thank you. Let's meet in the next session.